Assalamu alaikum. I'm going to share another video with you, and this time it is Muli Paratha, and I'll show you what ingredients we need for that and how I make it. So let's get cooking. Now here I have 300 grams of radish. I have peeled the skin off and I'm going to grate it on this thicker side of the grater. Water in there. You can just squeeze a little bit like that and put in a bowl, take all the water out, and then we'll add the spices in. So I have squeezed all the water out of this radish, and I have taken some green coriander here. It's almost maybe 3 tablespoons, 4 green chillies, 15 to 20 grams spring onions, and here I have half teaspoon of red chili powder, quarter teaspoon of ajwain or caram seeds, 1-ish spoon of cumin seeds, 1 teaspoon of red chili flakes, 1.5 teaspoon of coriander, and I have just crushed it a little bit, and 1.5 teaspoon of salt. And I'm going to put everything in this grated radish, and I'll mix it well, very well. So I have added everything in there, and I'm going to mix it, and I'll leave it for 5 minutes, and then I'll check that if the salt is okay, or I need to add anything else in there. Just leave it for 5 minutes. I have mixed it properly and I have tasted it. I think it needs just a quarter teaspoon of more salt, and rest of the things are perfectly fine. I'll just give it a quick mix, and we are ready to make our Muli Paratha. That's it. And now to make perfect paratha, you're going to need a few things. You need a turner and a pair of tongs, rolling pin, some plain flour for dusting, and I have this bottle, squirting bottle. It has cooking oil in there. If you use this bottle, then you can have a better control of the amount of oil you use on your paratha or anywhere. So that's the best idea, to keep a bottle which has a tiny little hole on top. And then of course here's our dough, and now I'm going to make Muli paratha. This mixture is ready. We're going to need some butter, and we will need a tawa for that, and you should turn your hob on the lowest at the moment while we make our dough ball and get the stuff ready. So keep this on the low, and then low flame, and then we'll come to it. First of all, let's take some amount of the dough. I'm going to measure it. I'm going to need 80 grams. Yeah, that's 82. I'll make it 80. I'll take 2. I'm going to take 2 dough balls, and it's 80 and 80 grams. Let's just put that dough on one side, and then you can cover it so it doesn't get dry. Now you should take a little bit of that plain flour dusting and form a small little ball. That's it. That's it. Both of them are ready, and we're going to Just press it with your hand. With your pinch, press the sides, make it a little flat. Do same thing with both of the dough balls. And we're going to roll it now. Take some dusting, plain flour, and just make it like thin roti or thin wrap. This one is ready. Don't use too much with this plain flour dusting. Just use the amount you need to keep it from sticking to the worktop. And that's it. And now we will take some of your Muli mixture, put in the middle, 2 spoons. You can add as much as you like, but make sure it's not too much, otherwise it will just won't let you stick these 2 rotis together. And spread it with your hands. Some people would sprinkle oil on top of this mixture. I don't do that. I just keep it like, it's as less oil as possible, because we're going to put oil outside the paratha anyway. Then we'll use some butter, so I can easily avoid adding oil at this stage. If you can avoid, that's better. Now take the second roti, put it on top like that, and then just press it down a little bit gently. And now you have to press the edges together like this. You can add a little touch of water on the edges if you feel like, but I think it's okay. Just do that. Make sure they're sealed and nothing comes out of it. Now you should lift it up and press it with your hands again. Now our tawa seems warm enough. I'll sprinkle a few drops of oil on top of it, so that when we put our paratha on top of it, it doesn't get stick to the pan. And now lift up your dough paratha and put that slowly on it, and you should just leave it. Do not do anything to it. I'll just set my timer to see how many minutes we need. Just leave it there. If you will turn it quite quickly, then you won't get it right. It's going to be funny looking thing. As you can see, it's still not cooked, and it's been 30 seconds, and slowly you can see that it's been cooked. The dough becomes a bit darker. It doesn't look too much raw on this side, but let it take its time and do not turn very quickly. Still not ready. When you flip it a little bit, look on the other side, you will see tiny little brown beautiful marks on it, and it means that this is the time to flip it over. It's kind of ready. Take your tongs and gently grab it and do that. I hope you can see these beautiful markings everywhere, and just leave it there for another few seconds, and then we will start to move it a little bit gently just round the tawa. That's fine. Just do that little bit and slowly twist it around. Now turn it back up. You can see the beautiful brown tiny little flowers everywhere. Now you can squirt the oil on top of it like that. Turn it back, and with your turner and tongs twist it a little bit and just gently rub it like that, and then sprinkle a little bit more oil on this side, and then flip it over, do that, and just gently make it go round and round. Do not add too much oil on it. The perfect paratha is when you break it with your hand to eat and your hands don't become too oily. If you will add too much oil here, you will kind of make it deep fried paratha. We do not want that. Try to avoid adding more oil. You can just zoom in and see how beautifully and uniformly it has been cooking. Just you need to keep turning it in a circular way. Just do that. Turn the other side around. Just do that. It looks cooked enough. The water is ready, and I'm going to put a little bit butter on top of it and rub it all over. If you do not like butter, you don't have to add that, and just spread it everywhere and enjoy your paratha with a nice and warm cup of tea, or with lassi, iron in Turkish, lassi in Urdu, Punjabi, or you can call it yogurt drink, sweet or salty, it's up to you. And this is how I make Muli ka paratha. And let's taste it. Usually I don't taste things when I'm cooking, but I'll do it for you. It's very nice. The salt and the chili level is perfect. If you just follow the recipe exactly how I showed you, then it's going to be a perfect Muli ka paratha. Salt, chili, onions, all the flavors, coriander. You can taste every single thing in there. It's amazing. The smell of tea in the morning when you make breakfast and parathas, and it reminds me of my childhood. And I'll take tiny amount of butter and I'll spread all over it. Again, not too much. It's up to you how much butter you want it. You can completely skip the butter, and I just need a very tiny amount. And you can enjoy your paratha with a nice warm cup of tea, and let me know that how was it. I have had one already, and I'm going to give this to somebody else. See you in next video, and thanks for watching.